Christine Nixon. Christine Nixon, born 11 June 1953, is an Australian former police officer who was the Chief Commissioner of Victoria Police from 23 April 2001 to 27 February 2009, being the first female Chief Commissioner in any Australian state police force. After leaving Victoria Police, she was appointed as chair of the Victorian Bushfire Reconstruction and Recovery Authority in February 2009 until she stood down from the position in July 2010. Education. Nixon attended Macquarie University before attaining a Master of Public Administration from Harvard University's John F. Kennedy School of Government. Police career. The daughter of Ross Nixon, an assistant commissioner with the New South Wales Police Force, Christine Nixon began her policing career with the same police force in 1972, also rising to the rank of assistant commissioner. She was appointed Chief Commissioner of Victoria Police in April 2001 by the Bracks Labor government. Having initially set a retirement date of late March 2009, Nixon departed earlier at the request of the Victorian government. She was succeeded as Chief Commissioner by Simon Overland. Pride March. I'd march. As Chief Commissioner, Nixon marched in uniform during Melbourne's Gay and Lesbian Pride March, run as part of the Midsummer Festival. Nixon is heterosexual but marched to express her support for gay and lesbian causes, stating, "What I'm doing is supporting decent and reasonable people who want to get on with their lives, and they have been treated appallingly previously by the police, and I'm prepared to do something about it. And if it's a small symbol of marching with them, then that would be a reasonable thing." Criticism. Nixon was criticized when she joined her husband, John Beckey, a former Qantas senior executive of crew operations, on the inaugural international flight of Qantas Airbus A380 airliner from Melbourne to Los Angeles as guests of Qantas in an all-expenses-paid 3-day trip. Ms. Nixon called the trip reasonable and commented that she was accompanying her husband and that she had not had a holiday in about 12 months. Mr. Beckey defended the trip, saying they were invited to laugh after a chance meeting with a Qantas executive. "I am normally her handbag, but on this she's my handbag." The couple celebrated their 16th wedding anniversary during this week. The head of the Office of Police Integrity, Michael Strong, sought information on the matter from Ms. Nixon at a time of calls for her to reimburse the airline for the cost of the trip. Royal Commission. Nixon was called to appear before the 2009 Victorian Bushfires Royal Commission concerning her actions as Chief Commissioner during the Black Saturday bushfires on 7 February 2009. Counsel assisting the commission, Rachel Doyle SC, questioned Nixon on issues such as a morning hairdressing appointment, a lunchtime meeting with her biographer, and an evening dinner at a restaurant, all during the worst day of the bushfires. Nixon defended her actions, stating, "It was not my job to swoop in and take control. When you have good people who are more skilled in emergency management than I am, you let those people do the job." Bushfire Authority. In February 2009, Nixon assumed responsibility for the Victorian Bushfire Reconstruction and Recovery Authority, the agency tasked with rebuilding areas affected by the Black Saturday bushfires of February 2009. She stood down from the position on 17 July 2010 and announced she would take on a voluntary advisory role with the authority. Chair of RACP. In October 2019, Nixon was selected as the chair of the Royal Australian College of General Practitioners RAC board. This was the first time in the college's 61-year history that a non-GP was chosen for the role. She had been on the RAC Council since 2017. RAC President Harry Nespollen praised her prior skills in leading large organizations and said of the appointment, "Ideally, we would have a GP chairing the RAC as a member-based organization, but at the moment, Christine is the right person." Other positions. Nixon was a non-executive director of Foster's Group from 1 April 2010 to 31 August 2010. She also serves as patron or advisor to the Alana and Medellin Foundation, Onside Victoria, Operation New Start Victoria, and the Phoenix Club, Inc. She has been appointed as the Deputy Chancellor of Monash University. Awards. Nixon has been awarded the Australian Police Medal, the National Medal, the Centenary Medal, the New South Wales Police Medal and clasps for ethical and diligent service, and the New South Wales Police Force Olympic Citation. She was appointed an Officer of the Order of Australia for law enforcement, to women in policing, and to tertiary education in the 2021 Queen's Birthday Honours. Health. On 18 July 2010, Nixon was taken to hospital. She subsequently underwent gallbladder surgery. Memoirs. In 2011, Nixon published her memoirs in the book Fair Cop ISBN 9,780,522,856,859, which she wrote with Joe Chandler. The book was launched by the Prime Minister, Julia Gillard. It was criticized by the Police Association Victoria for what the association claims is a biased recollection of events, and by the Herald Sun.